In NBA history, only 4 teams have won back-to-back-to-back championships. The Minneapolis Lakers won the chip from 1952 to 1954. The Boston Celtics won a ridiculous 8 championships between 1959 to 1966. The Chicago Bulls did it twice, during the 91 to 93 season and the 96 to 98 season. And finally, the Los Angeles Lakers, who won the NBA championship from 2000 to 2002. With the Shaq, Kobe, and the legendary Phil Jackson, who coached the Bulls during their 2 three-peat runs, on one team, the Lakers team was destined to be legendary. Shaquille O'Neal is arguably the most dominant player to ever play in the NBA. Drafted by the Orlando Magic as the first overall pick in the 1992 NBA draft, he dominated the league like no other. Before the Orlando Magic selected O'Neal in the 1992 draft, the team had won only 21 games the year before. With O'Neal, they improved tremendously, going 41-41 the next season and 50-32 the season after that. In O'Neal's 3rd season, they made their first finals appearance in NBA history. After O'Neal's departure from Orlando, the team didn't make it past the first round of the playoffs until 2009. Unfortunately, in the 4 years that he played for the Magic, Shaq failed to win a championship. In 1996, O'Neal, now a free agent, joined the LA Lakers. In the same year, Kobe Bryant, who'd entered the NBA draft straight from high school, becoming the youngest player in the league, was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets as the 13th overall first-round pick, but would soon be traded to the Lakers. And with that, the Los Angeles Lakers were poised for greatness. It did not come instantly, though. For as dominant as Shaq was, Kobe took some time to adjust to the league. He was coming straight from high school, skipping the experience of college basketball for a chance to play with the big boys. Though he showed bursts of brilliance, he played limited minutes and shot air balls when it mattered most. What he had in spades was potential. And that potential, coupled with an obsession to be the best player ever, fueled Kobe to become not only one of the greatest Lakers players, but one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball, period. Kobe was talented, no doubt. His father played professional basketball, so he obviously had the genes in him. But he was not the most talented player around. He had to work so hard just to match the other guys on the court. And work hard he did, to a point of obsession. So competitive was Kobe that he had a kill list when he was 13 years old. He explained the list as follows. They used to have these rankings. It was Street and Smith's basketball rankings, and I was like 57 on the list. So, I would look at 56, 55, all the way up to number 1, who these players are, what club teams they play for, so when we go on the AAU travel circuit, I gotta hunt them down. And so that became my mission in high school, to check off every person, all those 56 other names, and hunt them down. Going into my sophomore year, I was ranked somewhere in like the top 200, something like that. And then it kind of went up 100, top 50, and then by the time I was a senior it hit number 1. Kobe trained harder than everyone. His teammates would arrive for practice and find him already drenched in sweat. After practice, he'd stay behind and work out some more. On the other hand, Shaq gave the bare minimum. Because of his natural gifts, he found it useless to work hard. During one of his interviews, Shaq revealed how players used to beat him up to try to slow him down and neutralize his size advantage. That's why the big man refused to give his best in practice. His philosophy was that there's no point in getting beaten up twice if he is consistently putting up 28 points and 10 rebounds in the game. Shaq admitted that it wasn't a very productive mindset to adopt for a player, but that was his way of doing things back in his day. And despite all that laziness, the Big Diesel still won 4 NBA championships, a league MVP, and 3 finals MVP awards. So, it came to be that in 1996, Shaq and Kobe, 2 great players with 2 very different approaches to the game, found themselves on the same team. The team did okay, but would improve to legendary with the addition of Phil Jackson in 1999. It wasn't always perfect. In fact, due to their different approaches towards work ethic and the game, Shaq and Kobe fought so much until their feud became so personal that Phil Jackson couldn't get them to play together. But in those moments where they actually got along, it was beautiful. The Lakers became, arguably, the most dominant team in NBA history, winning 3 back-to-back championships between 2000 and 2003. Unfortunately, Shaq would leave the Lakers and join the Miami Heat in 2004. In 2006, the Heat, led by a young Dwayne Wade, won the NBA championship, proving once and for all that Shaq could indeed win without Kobe. But that was the end of O'Neal's championship success in the NBA. He still played well, but his natural talent, affected by age and injuries, would only take him so far. Kobe, on the other hand, continued to pursue basketball with an obsessive passion and would play for the Lakers all his career. After making some adjustments to his game, he led the USA Redeem Team to Olympic gold at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, and finally won back-to-back NBA titles in 2009 and 2010. Kobe had finally proven that he too could win the chip without Shaq, and when asked what the 2010 championship meant to him personally, he responded, "Just one more than Shaq." And so it was that through hard work, obsession, and dedication, Kobe ended up winning more championships than the most dominant player to ever terrorize the NBA. Your talent can only take you so far. Your work ethic will carry you to legendary heights. Conor McGregor was never the most talented fighter in the UFC, but he is probably the most important mixed martial arts fighter of all time. The attention that he brought to the sport allowed MMA to grow to what it is today. His secret? Hard work. During one interview, he had this to say: "There's no talent here, this is hard work. This is an obsession. Talent doesn't exist, we all are equals as human beings. You could be anyone if you put in the time. You will reach the top, and that's that. I'm not talented, I am obsessed." Tom Brady, the best quarterback in NFL history, was drafted as the 199th pick in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft by the New England Patriots. He had never been the best player on any team, but he'd consistently worked extremely hard to insert himself in the mix. Brady admitted to sitting in his parents' house unsure as to whether he would be drafted at all, losing confidence as each pick was announced in someone else's favor. But through hard work and determination, through an obsessive passion to win and become the best, he retired having played for over 20 years, winning 7 championships. The world has over 8 billion people. Everyone is competing for the same spots. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to be number one. Very few people are born with undeniable, immense natural talent. The rest of us have to work towards competence, let alone greatness. A burning passion is necessary to achieve our goals and reach our fullest potential. And just like Kobe obsessed his way to NBA greatness, so too can we become great in our chosen fields. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next one.